I'm just done with the whole Proton X50 exercise, and sorry, my nose. I have sensitive nose, and because the whole day's activity. Sorry. We keep going in and out, aircon room, then it's extremely hot outside, then aircon room, then extremely hot. It's like 38 degrees. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry, my nose is thoroughly destroyed. So yep, I've done slalom with the X50. We've done a drag race with BMW X1 versus a Honda HR-V. We've done their automatic parking system. The automatic parking assist is not the old generation type whereby, you know, it guides you with the steering wheel, but you control with the throttle and the brakes. No, it's the advanced type where you see that in the G30 series, right, where you merely, once it detects a parking spot, you just hold a button and it just does its own thing. Everything, changing gears, steering wheel, basically engage reverse, turn the steering wheel, engage drive, turn the other way in front. All these are done by the car. You do nothing except holding the button. Why you must hold the button is that whenever anything that is emergency or you need to stop, when you lift your hand, the whole operation will stop. A very good safeguard measure, you know. So overall, I think cars from 80,000 to anywhere 130, 140,000, they are all in big trouble, right? Yeah, they are in big trouble. See, the X70 is groundbreaking, right? It introduces premium car levels of NVH, interior quality, ride quality, and some level of technology in the car. But the X70 does have its own packaging deficiencies as well, right? It has a very small boot. When you compare it to a CR-V, it's not exactly spacious compared to the CR-V, even though it's a lot better built. Now the X50, you don't get a whole less room compared to the X70, right? Slightly smaller inside, but it's barely noticeable in a way. But it's more efficiently packaged. So first off, the boot is larger, and the technology in the car is actually more advanced than that of this X70. Yes, the semi-autonomous driving assist systems are more advanced. It has pedestrian detection. It has autopilot, semi-autopilot. It has basically it's just more advanced than the X70. Yeah. And when we did the slalom, predictable handling, same like the X70. That means it's tidy. It was never at any point clumsy, but it is also noticeable that it is not set up to have a very sporty, intuitive chassis to begin with. I have no qualms with that because this is not a sports car at the end of the day. But it never did anything. Basically, it didn't set a wrong foot in the slalom. All right. Yes, it body rolls, right? But the directional changing and all that is just, there's nothing that I can say that, oh, it's not supposed to do that, you know. It's not like that. So yeah, impressive. That's the X50. And should you buy it? Oh hell yes, man. I mean, just buy it. It's another winner from this collaboration from Geely and Proton. See, the magic is this. You know, the Chinese, they are very pragmatic people. They are very objective in knowing what they want to achieve. They don't care if they are able to achieve all these sales with the Proton name. You know, they're not like Malaysians. Malaysians want the hoo-ha, we want the name, we want all this, we want to look good. That's Malaysian, right? But the Chinese, they don't care. It's a business. The business has to work, and whichever method that is most strategic in achieving their objective, or the collective objective of Proton, of DRB Highcom, or Geely, they will do it. So imagine the X50 and the X70 arrive in Malaysia as their original Chinese import names, right? Geely Binyue or Geely Boyue. Will they sell like this? No. Right? Will they give us such a big such a big impact when we see that car placed next to a BMW X1 a Sepang, right? But given that it's Proton, we all have that emotional connection to Proton. You know, back in the 90s, especially my generation, when we grow up during Malaysia's boom time, 80s and 90s, right? Under all this from Mahathir, we feel so proud of our country. We witness the announcements of KL Tower, KLCC, Mid Valley Mega Mall, KLIA Airport, you know, Sepang International F1 Circuit, and of course every Proton model, you know, Saga, we witnessed it, even though I'm still very, very young, but I have memories of it because it was priced just about the price of a Rolex. Remember, back then Rolex isn't that crazy expensive. Yeah. I think it was 25,000 when the Saga arrived, and then the Wira and all that. Then we have our second car maker, Perodua. We feel so proud. So we have all this emotional connection, and of course, year 2000 when Proton. You see, like what I said just now, Malaysians, we always claim before we're able to back it up, right? What multimedia super corridor, what biotech hub, what education hub, shopping hub this, hub that, and automotive manufacturing hub. None of the hubs work, right? Anyway, that's not my topic today. Back in 2000, Proton launched the Wajah and claimed that the Wajah is Asia's answer to BMW. Wow! You know, then we all drove it. Yes, handling is good, but everything else is alright. But it still remains as one of the most successful Protons out there, because that car is a very good car at the end of the day, right? It is spacious, it is comfortable, it is practical, and it handles really, really well. Of course, people laugh at it when Proton said that, right? And then came the Malays era of Proton after 2004, right? People got tired of them, of their build quality and all that, and then Malaysians particularly hated Proton. We hated Proton so much is because we have so much hope in Proton. We felt Proton resembled us. There is a piece of Proton in every one of us, and so we really hated Proton back then. You know, all of us just scold, and we avoid them like they're the plague or something, right? They're being avoided, even if their cars are good, they're seen as something that nobody wants to touch. People rather buy Peroduas, right? So, and then when the X70 came, I remember I asked Dr. Lee this question. I said, Proton had a hard time trying to sell cars in the 70,000, 80,000 price range. You know, we all have such a bad impression of Proton that what makes you think? Oh no, I don't mean what makes you think. I asked him what kind of efforts in branding and marketing that you will do in order to change the perception of Malaysians towards Proton. And he gave me a very, very short answer. He just pointed at the X70. He straight up pointed at the X70 and he went, "This car will build the brand." And that's it. That's his answer. And he went on to the next question in the press conference. That kind of sheer confidence that he carries with him is just, I am blown away, to be honest. And And he also answered something very intrinsic in branding and marketing. If your product is not good, there's no use making all sorts of marketing hoo-ha, right? There's no use over-claiming things. But if your product is good, that's what that will initially build. That's how great brands are built. They make great products. So when the X70 came, and we had the first impression to give a first impression, right? And of course, people couldn't believe it. Everybody was like, "Are you joking me, Bobby? This is as good as a premium car?" But I'm more qualified to say that in a certain way, because I have been exposed to a lot of premium cars, and that's just what I felt, you know. And I don't take money from Proton, right? I don't take money from car makers from saying my stuff. That's why I can say whatever the fuck I like, right? So true enough, you see people snapping the car up, and everybody, you know, saying it's great, it's good. Of course, when a brand suddenly grows like crazy, the ensuing thing that will trouble them will be after sales service, right? They're still learning. It's the first time the Proton SAs are trained on a totally different vehicle architecture, you know, different technology. Everything is new to them, because again, like I said, the X70 and the X50, these are modern, advanced car platforms that runs on the CAN bus system, where every electronic components are connected to a central ECU, and the central ECU can be spoken to via an interface, and that interface would be their GKUI system that you can talk, it will recognize, or you can do other kinds of inputs, and then that will control the ECU, which in turn controls the sunroof, the mirrors, and all the other things, right? Premium cars are like that. Not even there are no Toyotas or Hondas, of my knowledge, that runs on this kind of advanced architecture. No, they're still isolated systems. Isolated systems has their good and bad, you know. They're cheaper to produce. They are one thing won't affect the other thing, you know, things like that. But ultimately, every car will go to this kind of smart systems, because it allows a lot of integration possibilities. Let's say the ECU can now accept commands, right? Imagine your car with a SIM card input, with an app. That app can talk to the SIM card, the system behind that was connected via the SIM card, and then voila, you have remote access, remote control. So that's what Protons are, right? They have an app where you can start your car, you can on your air conditioning while you're still in office and your car is downstairs, you know. These are all the things that are made possible. So yeah, true enough, in a short period of 1 year, Proton totally revamped their brand by earning money instead of spending money. Think about it, right? You spend money to do marketing, branding and all that, to rebuild your brand, right? To brand yourself out of whatever situation you're in. But when you have a great product, you are earning money while you're doing branding and marketing, because you brand yourself and you market yourself via the great products that you sell. So that's what Proton has done over the past 1.5 years. And then now with the X50, I tell you, I've already received news that a lot of car buyers who have booked cars within that price point, all of them hold off they place their booking, but they hold it off, and they want to wait until they tested the X50 to make a conclusion. And I've driven it. I can say, my God, it's not just Proton that I'm saying this. It's the Chinese car market. You know, in China, it is so competitive that they have to reach this kind of level to outcompete one another, and they don't even have time to come out from China to compete in other low margin markets and all that, low volume, low margin markets yet, right? But given that they are so highly competitive there, their products improve so fast in such a short time. The moment they come out, and they will give a big shock to others that are comfortable selling mediocre cars and just backed up with outrageous marketing claims. So I think, yeah, this is it's a good thing to see this. And the other day during the X50 initial preview, where we're not allowed to drive and all that, right? During the preview, they also made a claim, very, very bold statement, that by year 2027, yeah, very specific, not 2025, whatever, that means they have a plan behind. You see that? They made it outright. They said that we're not just aiming for Malaysia number 1, we are aiming for ASEAN number 3. Okay, just think about it for that moment. They are aiming for ASEAN number 3 in the next 6-7 years. That means they are only comfortable to be behind Toyota and Honda. And from the looks of it, provided other countries don't go with the kind of market protection policies like what Donald Trump is doing in USA, given free trade, the belief of free trade, and the free flow of goods, albeit with taxes and all that, import duties and all that, right? Their products are solid, man. No joke, right? So now you cannot just sell a car that looks almost like your previous car with some new engine variants and then make outrageous claims, you know, anymore, because consumers are smarter now, right? What they're getting with the X50 is a car that accelerates faster than the BMW X1, right? And it has all the advanced technology, advanced safety systems, 360 camera, over the cloud entertainment systems, and mobile apps to start your car, to remote start your car, remote on your air conditioning systems, and auto parking, and pedestrian detection, automatic braking, traffic jam assist, stop and go traffic, you know, all these in what kind of price point? In a price point that challenges the B segment cars. Alright, tired from all this talking. And if you guys appreciate the things that we're doing, providing honest, unbiased reviews that are not supported by car makers, alright, and then we have our insurance now that helps you save money. It will definitely save you money compared to any other insurance out there, alright, backed by Pacific and Orient, EvoClubInsurance.com. And then for those of you who own your cars and it's not the time to trade it in yet, but your warranty is running out, don't worry, you have Evo Club here again. You can join our club and then get your car inspected in one of our 47 inspection centers across the country. And then if your car is in good condition, you can purchase an extended warranty for your car to protect against your high value items like engine or gearbox, this kind of stuff, to protect you against any sudden thing that you need to fix and you have to fork out the money, right? And to keep your warranty, you just need to visit one of the service centers to maintain your car in good condition twice every year. That means 6 months once in any of our 77 service centers across the country. Alright, so these are all the initiatives that we're doing. And for those of you who lost your job after MCO or MCO, right, we have started the Evo Club Car Wash powered by Proton, whereby you can sign up and become a reseller, or you can run your own car wash business with a very, very low starting price of 5,000 ringgit to start your own car wash, right? Yeah, these are all the things that we think will benefit and drive value to our readers, our viewers, Malaysian car owners, Malaysians in general, by joining Evo Club. Alright? Take care and cheers.